Hello, my name is David Pierzynski. I am a certified flight instructor with Jet with Joe. What Jet with Joe is, it's a accelerated flight instructing program. What we offer is the fastest and cheapest option available to bring students from zero to hero, so zero time to commercial license or even CFI, CFII, whatever your goals may be. I'm a former ATP student. I went through their entire program, and while it's a fantastic program with great instructing, I wish I would have done more research and found out that I could have probably done it for half the cost and maybe even half the time, because while their program is accelerated, it is still based off of the availability of instructors, airplanes, and DPEs. What's nice about Jet with Joe, we have DPEs on staff we can fly you out to. Our instructor student capacity is capped at 3 students per instructor. And typically we have a fleet of airplanes that are ready to go with fantastic maintenance facilities. Of course, all the big box schools have fantastic aircraft and maintenance facilities. So usually the big differentiator with our accelerated program is the student to instructor ratio and then our DPE availability. So why do we like accelerated training? Well, Mike and Sean at Pro Pilot Playbook, they prefer the accelerated method. Research shows that pilots who undergo accelerated training are more proficient and do better on check rides and absorb the information faster and better. How I found Jet with Joe is I was just on the search for a CFI position, and I liked the not only independent nature of what they offered, but the accelerated program at a lesser cost. I'd like to help students not make the same mistakes as I did, save them some money while also providing them excellent instruction through the resources that we have available at Jet with Joe. How did they get started? They were a father and son team, both named Joe, and they wanted to help aspiring pilots get their dream job of flying and going commercial. So over the years, they fine-tuned their process, and what their program offers is the ability to get you from zero to hero in 3 to 6 months in less than $50,000. Right now, they have locations in Akron, Denver, Daytona Beach, Salt Lake City, Boise, Idaho, and many more to come in 2025, including the location I'm at, which is Ann Arbor. So some examples here, and these are former students. I myself, going to ATP, took longer to receive these ratings while it's still being accelerated. But here's what you can expect if you really put your mind to it. We've had students get their instrument rating in 10 days, commercial in 5, multi-engine in 4. CFI ratings in less than 5 days. So this is all using the approach that we call accelerated instruction. I know that's a big buzzword. All the big box schools are offering that right now. But like I said before, to accelerated instruction, for that to happen, you need to have a small student to instructor ratio and DPE availability. In my experience, I might have, there was a couple times in my training where I got done very quickly, and then I was waiting, a couple weeks or even a month for a check ride, and that can become very frustrating. So it's one thing that we will definitely avoid, or you will avoid, by working with us over at Jet with Joe, and just to help you get done faster and cheaper than any of the other offerings out there. So big question is, how long does it take? We gave you some big ranges there. That's completely dependent on you. We don't want to rush you, but what makes accelerated programs go fast is that, hey, I'm never been the smartest or the fastest guy in the room, but I'm usually not the slowest either. So we're not going to pull you back to keep up with other students, or hold you back rather, and we're not going to push you forward if you need a little bit more time. So it's completely customized to your needs. But the expectation here is, hey, you're going to fly 5 days a week in 3-hour blocks, and that way the information you're learning stays fresh, you stay proficient, you're able to progress quickly to the next stage in your flight training. So what do you need to have prepared for accelerated instruction? Two great things to focus on are, number one, pass the written exam with a 90% or above. So you can, we'll have resources available to you. We recommend using Shepherd Air. And really what that 90% shows is that you have at least a foundational understanding, grasp of the information, and we can build upon that to get you more prepared for the oral and the information necessary to fly the actual plane. Number two, become familiar with the ACS requirements as if you were an instructor. So we want you to know those ACS requirements front and back, and that way you know exactly what you're going to be tested on in your check ride. What we use primarily for ground school is Gold Seal, and this is a fantastic program that will get you prepared for every single piece of information that you could possibly be tested on during your check rides. In addition to that, it's in an easy to use, user-friendly format, all available online. And in addition to that, your instructor is going to be there to help answer any questions you might have and guide you along the way. But the real switch in getting ready for accelerated instruction is more of a mental model. You need to think of yourself as the instructor responsible for getting you ready for the test. That means you have to understand the requirements in detail, help create the path to those requirements, and constantly evaluate where you are relative to them. So while us as instructors will be there to help guide you along the way, the biggest part about accelerated flight training is taking that personal responsibility and making sure you're doing the right things to prepare yourself properly for the next stages in your flight training. So accelerated flight instruction is not just a way to check boxes, it's a way to immerse yourself in aviation, achieve your goals efficiently, and minimize the disruptions to the rest of your life. For people like me, everyone here at Jet with Joe, it's the ideal path. If you're interested in basic or advanced accelerated flight training, fill out the form below, and I'd love to get working with you here soon. So we're scheduling now for students in Ann Arbor, Michigan. So go to jetwithjoe.com and you can click the link and start your training with me. Thanks, and look forward to flying with you.